Right, let's get into it. Thanks for joining me back on my channel. Today I'm going to talk about Spotify. They try and guess my age, the streaming service, and also a immense Christmas VCLT package from Simon, Mr. Pieface. So before I get into all that, I've got to show this because I've just been playing this thing for so much. This was some of the music that Rick from the Dreadful Minutes channel sent me, and it's called Early Moods, A Sinner's Past. I've been playing this thing on repeat. I like my 70s. You know, that's a good sweet spot for music, my 70s music, and very Black Sabbathy influenced, but these guys know how to do it right. I've seen this on other channels and a couple times nearly picked it up, but Rick sent me this in a package. So if you don't know this one, just check it out. I've just got to throw that in there because, you know, I've just been playing that thing to death. So anyway, Spotify is, you know, the big streaming service. Love it or hate it. It's around. It's got to be there. Every year they wrap up all your listening tastes, what you've listened to, the albums, the songs, and they give it to you in a little video. So this is what I got here. It's probably not going to show too well on my phone, but there you go. And I'm just going to talk about it a little bit because it was quite interesting, I thought. So just got a little preamble there. You listened, we counted. So during 2025, I listened to 8,850 minutes of music, and that's equal to about 6 days of music. You know, I'm a physical media guy. I've got so much CDs, I've got so much records I play. But with Spotify, I use it to listen to new music I don't know very much about, or if I'm maybe doing a video, I will use that to check out some music. So here's my top genres. It tells you your top genres. There's 5 of them. My number one genre is speed metal. Okay. My number 2 is hard rock. My number 3 is thrash metal. Americana is my number 4. That's only because of one album that I bashed to death this year, and that's from Steven Wilson Jr., which is a great album, but that's put at number 4 because I played that so much. And number 5 is just like heavy metal. So pretty much 4 out of my 5 is like hard rock and metal. So here we go. This is what I'm talking about with your age. It says age is just a number. Don't take this personally. So they try and guess from what you listen to. There must be some sort of algorithm, and they work out what your age could be from what you listen to. So my one is 53. So it's not far off. You were into music from the late 80s, correct? Yeah, play a lot of that. And you're an old soul. Well, yeah, old, I guess. My friend Steve, his listening age, he's in his 50s as well, but he got 17. So I don't know if his kids listen to, you know, music from Minecraft or something that puts that one a bit lower. Also, our Prime Minister of New Zealand here, he showed this as well, and his listening age was 26. So, you know, it varies all over the place, but because I like music from the 80s, it's got me down as 53. So yeah, pretty accurate. So according to this year I've listened to 1,420 songs. Shit, that's a lot. But it'll give you my number 1 song. So there it is there. It's from the band called Aphrodite's Child. Like I was saying, I like my 70s stuff, and this is a song called The Four Horsemen off the album 666. I think it's called 666. Yeah. That's just like a sort of, I don't know, what would you call it? Weird, got weird vocals, and just appeals to me because it's from that era. It sounds a bit different. It's not like the Four Horsemen from Metallica. It's from the 70s. So, but quite interesting song, that one. And also on here, I've got a song, "Hand of God" from Halloween, on my top 5 songs. That's off the new album. I've played that quite a bit this year, and also the Opeth album. There you go. I haven't taken it out of the shrink because, like it says here, I've been streaming it so much, and it's like side 2, that whole suite of songs that they do on that album, Last Will and Testament. And then during the year, I went on a big Roxette kick. That band Roxette, that they do some power pop, pop type music. But I've just been enjoying that Roxette. So my number 5 song is "Listen to Your Heart" from Roxette. So that was interesting. This year, I've also listened to 74 albums. Maybe it's a bit different from some people's listening tastes that just cherry pick the songs, but 74 albums, and my top album I listened to was a Motorhead one, and that is Inferno. Still think that's a good album. I gave that away as one of the prizes in my Phobia and Seasons contest that I did for this channel for my 2 years on YouTube. And I think I also did a video about that album as well. So other top albums from the year, I mentioned already Giants and Monsters from Halloween, Stiff Upper Lip, Firehouse, Hold Your Fire, and the Opeth one is mentioned on there as well with my top albums. Okay, I listened to 279 different artists this year. 5 make my top 5. There's a little video there for that, in case you're interested. Plenty of streams in October. Oh, yeah. So my top artist of the year, according to Spotify, from what I listened to, is Overkill. So I've received, in that package I was talking about from Santa Simon Mr. Pieface channel, I've received this really cool, I might as well show you this, Overkill's excellent album Horoscope. Just been listening to it. Amazing album. And Simon sent me this signed copy of it. There we go. Really cool album. Really enjoy this one. And it's signed, which blew me away. Cool there. I can't show you the CD because, like I said, I've been listening to it, but apparently Simon bought this on eBay and it's now in my collection, so that's really cool. That's travelled all over the world from the UK, now in my collection. I'll show you more of what Simon sent me once I finish talking about the Spotify. So like I was saying, Overkill, my favourite artist from Plays. I've spent 1,253 minutes with them, and that makes me at the top 3% of global fans of Overkill. Okay, interesting. So my top artist of the year, according to Spotify, my plays, Overkill, I've just shown you that one. Number 2's got to be Bruce Springsteen, who, if you watch my channel, you know I crap on about quite a bit. Number 3, AC/DC. Number 4 is these guys. Damien, this is an album I've been playing heaps from these guys. Stop the War. Stop this war. Cool album. I was streaming it until this arrived, this repress. Good one to check out if you don't know this band. Just metal, and if you're talking about hooks, like, you know, these guys, so full of hooks, you know, melody, and just they do great music, these guys, and this sounds good too. So that was, you know, one of the albums I've got from these guys. And number 5 is Halloween, of course. I mentioned them a couple of times as well when I'm talking about this thing. So because I listen to Halloween so much, there's a little video just from the guys, on the band members. They just thank you for being a supporter. There's quite a few things like this on Spotify. You know, if you like the band, they'll do a nice little video for you at the end of the year, which is pretty cool. There you go. Yeah. Nice one. And then that just sort of lumps you in with what sort of listening group you are, your listening habits, right? This is sort of at the end. Giving you badges. What club do you belong to? Different ones on there. Don't know if this will show up or not. So I'm Grit Collective. So I believe in rebellion through music, and favour an artist and support that artist big time, which I suppose that's true. So 9% of the listening audience belong to this. So yeah, lastly, other favourites that they mention is the band Rigor Mortis, who have played quite a bit. I've discovered that band, that thrash band. Metallica, Megadeth, a few more obscure thrash stuff that I've slammed is Forced Entry, and of course what I mentioned already, a couple of other bands, Opeth and Overkill. So that's my 2025. So I can turn that phone off and not worry about that anymore. Yeah, my friend Simon, got to talk about Santa, and he's been sending packages out left, right and centre. I've watched other people's videos. Now my package arrived, I got an alert saying a package was coming, and I was trying to think what it could be, because you know, if you're in New Zealand, you're always waiting for something. You know, it takes months sometimes for things to get here. And it was a package arriving, and Simon sent me an email saying, "Hey, I've sent you a package," which was incredible to receive. Thank you, mate. Nice card from Simon as well. I wasn't disciplined enough to wait and do a live unboxing. I did that on my last video, and basically half the stuff, you know, I couldn't say much about. So this one, I decided, Simon's package, I'll just rip the sucker open. I'll just see what he sent me, and I'll just talk a bit about it on one of my videos. So nice card here from Mr. Simon. Hi Keith, family, I hope your family are doing well. And he's just talking about, I've included an early repress of Realm of Chaos with the original artwork. Now this is, if you're a CD collector, I'm just going to get a bit nerdy, because this was something I've been searching out for quite a while. Realm of Chaos, that is a Bolt Thrower album. So here is the copy of Realm of Chaos that I did have. There. So there's another cover that differs greatly from it, and I've always I haven't seen this one as much as I've seen this other cover, and I'm thinking, well, why don't I have that cover? Because I do like this cover better, and this is a fairly early repress of that original Realm of Chaos cover, and I think it's way better. And there's different artwork in it as well, which I appreciate. So this is really cool. There, you got some more artwork. So this is to do with the Games Workshop, I think the Warhammer games that I haven't actually played. But I've always liked the artwork. So this repress has got all that cool artwork in it in the booklet. It's the back of it. CD. Showing that, like I was saying, it differs from this is our sort of the newer one, and they've got flashier sort of Photoshop pictures and lyrics and things. This is quite useful for the lyrics because they're slightly easier to read. Still small, but you know that the artwork differs quite a bit. And you've got a different CD. So that was fantastic to receive. I must have mentioned something about that. I think we talked about it in another video I did. I've been looking for that. I have been looking for that. For a while. And yep, the package arrived fine, Simon, and appreciate that. This one here is another one from the Simon package. There was masses of stuff there. I'll probably just show little bits and pieces from it over some of my videos instead of just trying to guesstimate these bands and talk about them. And this one's actually signed inside. The Ultraviolence. The album is Operation Misdirection, and this looks like up my alley from as far as my tastes go. And so the band, is the band dude in a Gojira shirt. Signed there as well. So yeah, I look forward to playing that one. If you're lucky enough to receive a package from Simon, it's just packed with cool stuff. Another one that always grateful to receive any Merciful Fate, and this is in the shadows. Here he is, this king. Cool stuff in the booklet. I've got early Merciful Fate, so I don't have a lot of later Merciful Fate, so that's going to be a welcome education for me and a good play. And what else we got? Oh, there's just tons of stuff. Incubus. This isn't the Incubus from the California band from the 90s and 2000s. Not talking about that one. Simon did not send me that one. This is my copy. This is Incubus Serpent Temptation. quite death metal-y, these guys. I think there was a problem with the naming rights for this band, and I think they changed their name to Approprium. Remember reading Mr. Wikipedia. Where's the show you the CD? Okay, it's the back of the CD. So yeah, that's just a taste of some of the cool stuff that Simon sent me. Now, in typical Simon fashion, I've sent him a few things, and they're still sitting there on. He's got masses and masses of CDs on his pile to listen to, and he's saying, "Oh, yeah, I've got to open them all up and your packages, Keith, and I will show them on a future video. Come on, Spick Spot, open them up, give them a listen." I'm trying to remember what I've sent him, but I think it was from New Zealand band Plague of the Fallen, and this is Amongst the Rats, I think it's called. Yep. Okay, if you want to check out. I just thought that was Simon type music, and I didn't mind it myself. And what else did I send him? I think I sent him another New Zealand band, and that's Utilize the Remains. Psychotic Abyss. So come on, man, that music's not just sitting there just to pile up. Give it a listen. Here we go. Also, have yourself a good Christmas, Simon. I do really appreciate the stuff, mate, and I will give these all the things you've sent me. I've got them there ready to listen over Christmas. I'm all set for that. So just a huge thank you for Simon for even thinking of me and taking the time to send out an awesome package. I do love his packages that he posts out to me, and well, a lot of people. Generous guy, very generous guy. So that's it for this one. This video. I will be probably doing more videos, like I was saying, probably tying up the year. I'm waiting for more things to arrive, 2025 releases, so I can sort of do a video of that. Thank you for tuning into this one. And that's really all I've got to say today. Have a good Christmas, you guys out there, and I will see you most likely in my next video.